Yeah, we're back here. Dang it. It sucks. But it's been a year this thing's been in here, so yeah, gotta put a new crank in this thing. So that's exciting. So, and it's kind of interesting to pull this thing out and see the wear and tear on this thing. We got a seat installed here, and looks like we've got plenty of room. We have like an inch on this side, and about 2 inches on this side. So this is a 16-inch wide seat. Fits me just fine. I'm kind of fat, so should fit most people and my girlfriend. So we got the trans tunnel in, just mild steel. I still need to make these little corner pieces here, but that's it for tonight. We got the bulk of it done on both sides, mostly welded in, just kind of tacked on the top. But yeah, I think it's coming together decent and good enough. So yeah, I'll finish up the trans tunnel, and then I'll add probably finish up the cage next. A couple remaining bars in the back, especially the bar where all the seat belts mount to the harness, so the harness bar. So anyways, we should figure out my seat mounting in correlation to where my harness bar should be for my height. But yeah, finally glad to be inside the truck working the cage and not back here. Well, there is still more work to do back here, like aluminum fender wells, and kind of fill in the bed a little bit with aluminum paneling. But kind of taking a break from that and whipping out this trans tunnel and working inside the truck. So welcome back to another day. Back to the video. I don't know where I left off right now or where I am with editing, but yeah, so we got a little bit more progress here in the beginning of April. Whew, excuse me, had a mic's harder, so that's kind of hitting my stomach right now. So we got the bed a little bit more figured out. Pretty much done with all fabrication as far as welding or anything with metal. Oh, except for the battery box. So that's literally the only thing that I need to add. The trans cooler is down in there. So I just have this battery box left. Oh, trying to do this with one hand is a little hard, but yeah, I'll pretty much just go right there. Battery will slap in there. It's nothing fancy. It's like a $20 little box from O'Reilly's that just covers the battery. Anyways, a little bit more cleaner and more secure of a look. So we got this new panel of aluminum that I cut out, and it's pretty much just gonna act as a bed or anything that I need to, you know, use instead of just being the ground. So we can still kind of use a truck as far as the back part, but yeah, we got a new tailgate latch in here, and this nasty tailgate, but yeah, this tailgate's not the greatest. Yep, there it closes. Perfect. Yeah, it's still kind of a trashy truck, but just kind of using what I got. So as far as that back here, I need to pull out the rear diff. Everything that's able to be unbolted will be removed and powder coated blue. So this rear axle, the entire housing will be powder coated blue. This wishbone down here, that'll be blue, and 4-link bars, top and bottom, will be powder coated blue. And as far as back here, oh, these, my bed supports will be powder coated blue, so just raw steel. Those will be blue also, and probably this bar down here, because this is actually removable. It spans the width of the bed. Yeah, so that's pretty much the back of the truck, and you know, the frame and everything else, all the tubes will be painted black, just a, I don't know, rattle can black or something. And then inside here we got the seats all mounted up, and everything is painted inside, so I don't need to do anything else inside the cage or on the cage. My little gussets here that I made for the cage, just to secure to the cab a little more firm, and kind of gusseted this bar a little bit better. Instead of just a tube coming off, I kind of wanted to gusset it a little bit better, and visually it just looks more structurally intact. So this door bar will also be painted blue because I can unbolt it, like I said, and this thing barely misses the cab. I got pretty lucky with that. So anyways, yeah, I got my same seat rails, so the same seats that were in the truck, they're from a Subaru. So these seat rails, I just waxed them off the Subaru seats, Got these Jegs aluminum seats, 16-inch wide. They're like $400 for the pair with the padding. Nice padding. So these will be just fine. So pretty much just gonna reusing what I had her before and just kind of modifying it to work with my new stuff. So, you know, as the bar is back there and the cage is pretty much done. A little fire extinguisher back there because, you know, you never know when you need that. I got a nice BMM shifter. So this is for a Turbo 400 pattern with a couple buttons on the side. Don't really know what I'm going to use those for yet. Maybe a trans brake or something. But kind of mounted that at an angle to better suit my needs. So that's just a regular ratchet shifter. And the floor is all painted. Like I said, everything's painted inside. I still want to do a door panel for the doors. It look pretty crappy with this plastic just hanging off, but kind of want to get this thing just running first. I can do door panels later. They're not very hard. Maybe I'll get another sheet of aluminum, some thinner stuff, and cut it out for the door panels here later on. And at the front of the truck, we got the turbo sitting there nice and pretty. It's the BorgWarner S362 with a really big back housing. So it's got a T4 divided back housing, pretty big. Reusing the same manifold that it was running before. I just cut the collector back a lot to mate this 3-inch long radius 90 right up to the turbo, so it's straight shot. Like I said, using what I already have. This distribution fuse box is gone, so this catch can was fuming off, you know, during normal operation under boost. You know, it fumes out the vents here. Still collects oil, no problem, but the fuel or the fumes were coming out of here and just putting a slight oil film on this box here. So nothing's going to be right here except for this module for the truck to keep the headlights and turn signals and stuff. But the battery is also going to be gone, so this will stay open. More room to work in the engine bay here. The intake plenum will be the same, so that's just still sitting up here, just sitting there. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm going to keep the same intercooler tube. I got to make a new intercooler pipe for the turbo intercooler, or a new boost pipe. That's not very hard at all. It's just a pretty straight shot, simple fabrication. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Everything is just gonna, you know, mounts up the same, like to the heater core here. I'm already working on the truck. So anyways, yeah, not a whole lot of changes as before up here, but I'm very happy that I got the exhaust manifold figured out with the turbo. I do need to put a turbo mount on this thing, so it'll screw to the bottom drain of the turbo, and I'll be able to, I think I might mount something to the front of the motor here. I'm not quite sure yet. Haven't really gotten that far, but I know this turbo is very heavy, and hoping it works good with the setup. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. Like I said, chassis is all done. No more fabrication or real welding as far as the cab back. Just pretty much pulling everything apart, painting it, put it back together, run some fuel lines. That's what I still need to do. To keep it simple, I'm just gonna do you know, vents off the top here and do a return. So I'll pretty much have an inline fuel pump somewhere in here, and these both tanks will just Y off to that fuel pump, and then the return coming back here from the fuel rail after the regulator will pretty much just Y off into these, you know, these tanks here. So hopefully it's not going to be an issue with fuel flowing to different to each side or not. I'm not quite sure yet. You know, a little bit of R&D is still left, so that's where we're kind of left off. I still want to put a baffle inside these tanks because they are situated sideways, and the sump is going this way and the truck's going that way. So I kind of want to get, if I can, open up these lids. Oh man. And Might have to unbolt this thing, but yeah, you can see me filming with my GoPro 7. And yeah, it's pretty much where we're at. I might unbolt this whole top piece here and sneak a piece of aluminum inside. And if there's enough room, I'll try to throw a couple small welds on the very bottom so the fuel doesn't slosh to the back of the tank and doesn't run this sump on the side here empty. So yeah, more to figure out, but I guess there is more welding, but that's a pretty small item. It's not really needed immediately, but I think it might be a problem later on. So we got the dash slapped back in the truck and kind of get a perspective on what it's going for. So the cage is pretty much done, like I said. Kind of down to wiring, so I got my wiring laid out inside the dash. This thing is just a piece of plastic now. It's not much to it, but it serves its purpose. So the truck will still have heater box is still in there, at least through the vents. No air conditioning or anything like that, but at least it'll have heat, so it's something. And pulled the parts out. I kind of want a powder coat, unless it costs an arm and a leg. I gotta finish TIG welding these housing ends on the axle, but other than that, the whole thing's welded up. All of these parts, the door bars, turbo compressor housing will hopefully be painted blue. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. Kind of been a while. It's kind of where the truck's been, in the garage, not on the road. So kind of signed myself up for a lot more than I anticipated, buying these, you know, low prep brackets, and that kind of led one thing to another. But I think at this point the truck has a solid foundation chassis wise, at least for myself and my goals, which is to have fun. I mean, after this thing hopefully is built and get out this summer and actually use the truck. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Probably be another 11 months till it drops, but yeah, please don't subscribe, because then I feel guilty for luring in an audience, and I pretty much don't like put out videos or content or anything. So it's at your own will. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.